Bienvenue, mes amis, à ma chaîne de YouTube. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. This is predominantly an English channel, even though I could technically speak in whatever language I want. No offense, if it was all in French, nobody would understand. This was in Quebec, so I had to do that. Sami Zayn came out on his own and addressed the Quebec City crowd, and then these jabronis came out, which is fine because they are becoming one of the top tier factions in WWE. Almost more so, especially now, than the Bloodline. Even though there's a lot of dissension between Finn, I really can't wait to see where that goes. I really desperately want him to turn face. He's in his 40s already, which is really freaking sad. I don't know how many more years we're going to get out of him. Or even Damian Priest, because he's in his 40s as well. Oh, boy. But it just shows you, speaking of age, and I'm old too, I'm almost middle-aged, god damn it. Within reason. It's but a number. Within reason. LA Knight. Anyways, let's stop talking about age. It's a little bit depressing. They came out, and of course, the big surprise, which was really, really nice, was that Kevin Owens came out. And wow, do I just love KO. Like, holy shitballs. And Sami Zayn, and the crowd was lit. Anyways, let's move on. This was great. This definitely had the E in WWE. The New Day with the whole Drew McIntyre, Matt Riddle thing. You know, it's not that I'm not buying it. I love Matt Riddle. I love Drew McIntyre. There's something about them together I don't like. So when Matt Riddle was with Randy Orton, he kept going about Randy Orton, my bro Randy Orton. It never got boring because what also ended up happening psychologically, if you know, is in real life, Randy Orton said that Matt Riddle helped Randy Orton in real life not so much love the business again, but it brought something fresh to him in his personal life, and it really made him enjoy it even more, being this far along in his career, right? And so I have so much respect for Matt Riddle, love the guy to death. Same thing with Drew McIntyre. There's just something about them together, but it is a little bit funny. I like the whole, like, how Matt Riddle just keeps talking, kind of like me, and how Drew McIntyre's all like, oh boy, shut up already, but not really. Like, he likes the guy, and they're playing the whole thing off really well. So it's not like I mind it. I don't think it's going to have a lot of longevity. But either way, I'm really liking the New Day with Kofi Kingston. I almost forgot his name. That's okay. Xavier Woods. Really enjoying his new hairstyle there that he's been sporting as of late. But then it got ruined by the Viking Raiders. And that caused the New Day to win. But then they also attacked the New Day. I just wish we could have seen a definitive winner. But whatever. It is what it is. It's a pretty decent match. And I had fun. I enjoyed myself. This Monday Night Raw, the energy, the crowd, and everything made me blink twice as much as I normally do. I just thought it was quite entertaining. Was it perfect? What is perfect? This was the highlight of the night for me. Chad Gable defeated the Intercontinental Champion, Gunther, by countout. So I get it. I really want Gunther. See, for me, how this played out quite well for me is we kind of got what we wanted, in a way. We got Chad Gable to win, but yet still have Gunther keep his belt. Because, come on, he's like just a couple of weeks away from breaking Honky Tonk's record, which to me, and it's going to sound rude, as I'm sipping on my diet root beer here, I have respect for everybody that steps foot into professional wrestling. I don't care what the promotion is, okay? When you dedicate your life, you sacrifice your time and your life to this business, or AEW, or New Japan, like it doesn't matter. You bring a dynamic to the world of professional wrestling, however small or big, that nobody else can do. There's not going to be another Chad Gable. There's not going to be another Gunther. There's going to be other superstars, other great wrestlers, your Ric Flairs, and all that shit. but everybody has their own little unique thing that they bring to the table, except for Ryback. Fuck that guy. So he didn't get the belt. Oh, that's what I was going to say. The whole Honky Tonk Man thing. I have a lot of respect for Honky Tonk Man. I really do. Because again, he gave time to the business. He's got one of the longest reigns, which happened by accident, by the way. It wasn't really supposed to play out that long. He was supposed to reface, I think, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, which I talk to on Twitter sometimes, by the way. Really nice guy. But I think he was injured or something happened. I can't remember the story. Maybe I'll make a separate video just on that alone. I don't want to take too much time here. But Gunther was defeated. That made both competitors look strong because Gunther still retains, right? He's probably going to break the record of all time. He's going to be the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion of all time. And I truly believe, no offense, that Honky Tonk Man's record needs to be broken. Records, streaks, all that, they're meant to be broken. Some people argue that it's going to erase what Honky Tonk Man. Not at all. It isn't. He's just not going to be the longest reign. Okay. I want that to be Gunther. But at the same time, I think Chad Gable totally deserves some kind of gold, man, at some point. Like, Gunther's going to eventually have to drop it. And I can totally see that being Chad Gable. I mean, this match between these two was technical. It was brutal. It was like literally picture perfect. It's almost as if the whole thing was scripted. And what I mean by that, because a lot of people are going to be like, bro, man, professional wrestling is scripted, right? But move for move, excuse me, tit for tat. I'm talking too much. It's the French in me. Every little blink, drop, slap, kick. You think that's scripted move for move? Like a John Wick movie? I don't think so. It's improv. Sure, the ending and all that. And that's why they talk to each other. Hey, I'm going to hip toss your ass. I'm going to bend your ankle in half like a pretzel. Right? Like they talk to each other because they literally, okay? It's on the cuff. But it felt like it was scripted in a good way. That's a huge compliment. Anyways, this was great. This was probably definitely one of the biggest highlights of the night for me. Very, very impressed by both people. And kudos again, like I said, for Gunther for getting such tremendous shape. I mean, if I can look like that guy, I'm maybe a couple pounds away there. I'm working on it. If I can look like a Gunther, that'd be cool. Chad Gable, sure. But that might involve some like strict keto dieting. All right, moving on. Cody Rhodes explained that he had, oh yeah, one of the Cody Rhodes promos. Again, really, really, really good. I just, like, he went from someone who, not you, Shinsuke, we'll get to you in a minute. Cody Rhodes, where are you? You're somewhere, whatever. Cody Rhodes has always been one of my favorites. I always just knew that there was something there, and now that he's like a top-tier AAA grade competitor, and we get to witness him on the microphone with the whole Shakespearean thing, for me, it's just amazing. Like, he is so good on the mic. He's a lot better than I had ever imagined because we never really knew just how good he was. Yes, something in my eye. So yeah, so there's that. It was good. I just wish we had a picture there. But this was good too. Shinsuke Nakamura reveals. I can't even speak. Shinsuke Nakamura reveals Seth fucking Rollins' back injury. But the facial expressions, the music. He's talking in Japanese, which I love the sound of Japanese and different foreign languages, but you had the subtitles, which is obviously good because, you know, I speak a few languages, but unfortunately Japanese is not one of them. John Cena actually would be able to understand. Anyways, this was really nice. It was good. That was really, really cool. Now this, I got an eyelash in my eye, but I'm not going to edit this out. I don't give a shit. Rhea Ripley defeated Candice LeRae. This was actually... Oh, man. This is actually a really, really good screenshot. Selling the pain, holding on to the leg. And look at Rhea. She's like, argh. Where the hell did she go? Oh, right there. Like, it was just crazy. She's so dominating. It's unbelievable. And then, of course, we have Raquel Rodriguez, which is also amazing. And I also think that she's probably one of the few people that's believable that could eventually, someday, maybe, you know, defeat Rhea Ripley. But yeah, this to me was a complete mismatch. I mean, to me, Rhea Ripley's like the Brock Lesnar of the female division. I mean, she's Rhea Ripley. I don't want to compare her to anybody. I just mean she's like a beast, but in a good way, right? She's believable. She's just, man, I want her to have a Roman Reigns like title reign. To me, she completely deserves it. I'm not saying Roman Reigns doesn't deserve it. I'm simply saying she definitely does. Has all the tools, the accolades to be able to do that. She's in, week out performing. Like, just wow. It was a little bit fast, but that's what she said. But it was still pretty good. And Raquel obviously came out. A little bit of a dominating display of power there. It's pretty good. The Miz mocked LA Knight. LA Knight comes out and he caused a bit of a distraction there. And then Akira Tozawa is in really good shape. I love that guy, but we don't get to see him a lot, unfortunately. And Miz is just so good at like just going along with it and all that. Good sportsmanship out of him. Oh man, that was that's so funny. He's like, oh shit. Like sometimes the pictures are just something else. Even LA was watching from ringside. Oh, and he was on commentary, which was pretty good. That other time it was not awkward. Remember there was that thing where he's good at cutting a promo, but sometimes when you're on commentator on the broadcast team, it's a completely different thing, right? And right now we've got Wade Barrett on a 3-hour show with Michael Cole. And I think Wade Barrett is doing one hell of a job. He really is. But anyhow, the whole thing was just kind of cool. I just enjoyed myself. Same thing with the whole, Becky Lynch vows to punish Trish Stratus at WWE Payback, and then Zoe Stark being there. And it was cool because Trish came out and it said merci beaucoup, thank you, Trish, which merci beaucoup is just thank you very much instead of just thank you, Trish. Should have said merci, Trish, but whatever. Let's not get too technical. And the crowd was all like, oh, yes. I think that's what they were saying. And that basically says we don't give a shit. So that's what they were saying. Chelsea Green, yeah, so I don't have much to say about this. I'm liking the rivalry. What I do want to say about Trish is that in the ring, even some of the things that she was saying, I can't remember now off the top of my head, but she said a couple of quick, quirky things like, I only came here because, I kind of have to, but I'll do like Justin Trudeau and I'm going to split. Like, she totally got a little bit political, and I love that. I freaking love that. Just wow. She could have thrown another one in there, and she didn't. She's like, at least the Toronto Maple Leafs made the playoffs. Well, Quebec City no longer has an NHL team. Should have capitalized on that and said, well, at least Montreal has an actual NHL team, the Montreal Canadiens. We used to have the Quebec Nordiques, but they kind of went off to Colorado. Okay? So, yeah. Chelsea Green, again, the whole Piper Niven thing. I'm on board with it. This was the finishing move. Oh, poor Katana. She had no chance. See what I did there? That's why my views are so low. Because it's cringy what I say, but it's okay. Caden Carter and Katana Chance, again, great team since coming to the main roster. Again, I don't watch NXT. Don't really have time. So I didn't really know much about them, but from what I've seen so far, I've said this from the get-go. They are really good. Chelsea Green, again, sometimes looks a little bit like off, like a deer caught in the headlights. But I think that's supposed to be part of her character, to be honest with you. Because when push comes to shove, she can go. Chelsea Green can go. But I think she's supposed to be all like, oh my God, what just happened there? And, oh, no, don't hit me. Just kind of ditzy, really. And she does the character so well. But unfortunately, it's as a result, even though we know that we can get more out of Chelsea Green, it still makes her and Sonya Deville, when they were the team, kind of look inferior in the end because we've got Kaden Carter, Katana Chance. There's some other people that I'm forgetting to mention that are just like amazing in the ring. A finishing move was cool here. Kind of felt like it went a little too fast, but whatever. It was still interesting, nonetheless, to see them pair up together. And I don't know how long it's going to last. And then when Sonya's going to come back, she does have a real injury there, torn ACL, I think it is. That can be a pretty big thing. She could potentially be out for quite a few months. Then Seth Rollins does the whole promo. It was really good. The only thing I didn't like was at the end when he's all like, Shinsuke, I know you're not here because you're afraid. And it's like, yeah, no, Shinsuke's not afraid. So sometimes, once in a while, these superstars cut a promo. They say a little line like, oh, you're scared. And no, they're not. Whatever. I'm nitpicking. It's what I do, but it's Seth and Rollins. It's okay. And then the Judgment Day. I mean, that's how visible my abs are until I wake up in the morning. You know, you're ripped when you don't need to be tanned and you can still see all the definition. I'm just saying. Judgment Day defeats Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn via disqualification. But we still got a good rumble out of it. And then JD McDonough, blah, blah, blah. Then, of course, there we go. Sometimes my mind, it goes 150 miles an hour. I can't keep up. And Cody Rhodes came back out. He's all like, oh, yeah, we're not going to end this like that. And then it was a 3-on-3. It was really cool. And then they defeated Judgment Day. Finn Balor seriously needs to turn face. That's all I got to say. Oh, and I think Dom again did really well, like selling those moves and all that. Like he's doing really good despite the fact that he didn't really do anything at the Performance Center whatsoever. As far as I know, don't quote me on that. I think he's doing really good. I think he's going to excel even more. Is there anything up here that I am forgetting to mention? Oh, yeah, that was that thing like I was saying with Drew McIntyre and Matt Riddle. When Drew was like, look, I don't think this is going to work out. And then Kofi Kingston is there. He's like, no, you can't quit now. Even though in the ring, they're like, you're not a real team. This is going to be one to watch out for. I just don't know what they're going to do with Drew. Are they going to push him actually to be like full-time tag team? I don't know. But we definitely do need some new tag teams because speaking of which, I love these guys having the belt. And at the end of the show, Sami Zayn said in French, he says in French, I'm translating it. I almost said converting, which I technically am from one language to the next. He said the red is for Canada and the blue's for Quebec. Because he was like, I apologize for my non-speaking French people that aren't going to understand the following. And then that's what he said there. So, but yeah. It was a good show. Had a lot of fun. Like all shows, there's moments where I'm like, but that's like that for any promotion whatsoever. In closing, I want to say, if you made it this far, you're crazy. Book an appointment with your psychiatrist or your psychologist. Depends if you want pills or not. And let me know if you think I should cover WrestleQuest, because it's gotten some really mixed reviews, and it's not exactly a game that's only $14.99. I was kind of tempted to get it on my PS5 and on my Switch. That's like $90. But maybe I should just stick with buying it once first. I tried the demo on Steam, and it was like, it seemed okay, but I didn't get enough of a taste, I feel like, to see how much replay value it has. Can you just keep wrestling, like in Universe mode, just keep going forever? Or does it come to an end and then you got to start all over again, which I wouldn't want to do? So I'm a little bit mixed on that. So you'll have to let me know if you made it this far, if you think I should grab it. Have you played it? Are you enjoying it? and all that kind of stuff. As always, if you like the video, you're crazy. You can show your support by simply giving it a thumbs up. Helps with the algorithm and making me more relevant in the search results when people are looking shit up. If you type in WWE Monday Night Raw recap, highlight, review, whatever, I ain't gonna show up. Now, if you typed in cringe review, I might show up. No, even then I wouldn't show up. I tried. It doesn't work. I'm not that relevant. So that's what the thumbs up do. You didn't like it? Go ahead, give it a thumbs down. I don't care. You can go ahead and bend it, or you go ahead, give it a thumbs down, and I'll bend it in half, twist it. I almost screwed up my own line. That's what happens when you're on live TV, and this is why I couldn't do color commentating of any kind of sort, because I do fumble and stumble and trip on my words a lot. But I don't care. This is my own show. Not as big as Monday Night Raw. Wish I could be sitting there next to Michael Cole and Wade Barrett. It's not going to happen. But I can dream. All right. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, naturally that would be great. But if not, I get it. There's a lot of other people out there to watch and follow. But thanks for stopping by anyways. Take care. And maybe I'll see some of you, if I'm lucky, in the next one. Bye for now.